You planted jalapenos, but now they're blowing your face off. Or maybe you picked a habanero expecting heat, and it barely tingled. What's going on? In this video, we're digging into why peppers may be way hotter or way milder than you expected. Spoiler alert, it's not just about variety. Let's break it down. Every pepper has a built-in heat level based on its variety, thanks to capsaicin, the molecule that brings the heat. Bell peppers, 0 Scoville units. Jalapenos go from 2,500 to 8,000 Scoville units. Cayenne peppers are about 50,000. Habaneros can go all the way up to 350,000 Scoville units. A Carolina Reaper, well, that's more than 2 million. But even within the same variety, some will light you up and some will barely even register. That's where the real mystery begins. Capsaicin is mostly concentrated in the white ribs inside the pepper, not the seeds. It's part of the plant's natural defense system. It works great on mammals, but birds, they feel nothing. That's because birds can help scatter the seeds, whereas us mammals, we tend to chew them up. If you want less heat, remove the pith. If you want more heat, leave it intact and brace for impact. Here's where things get spicy. Growing conditions can make the same plant produce peppers with different levels of heat. So what makes a pepper spicy? High heat, full sun, drought or inconsistent watering, and pest damage, and nutrient stress, especially low nitrogen. What makes peppers milder? Plenty of water, cooler weather, and shady or over-rich soil. Want predictable heat? Keep your watering consistent. Do you want a fiery surprise? Let them dry out a bit. But be careful. Too much stress can reduce fruit quality. Pepper heat builds over time. The more ripe your pepper is, the more capsaicin it is likely to contain. Green peppers are usually more mild and can be grassy or bitter. Fully ripe peppers, red or yellow or orange, depending on the variety, are going to be sweeter, richer in flavor, and a lot hotter. Even the age of the plant matters. Younger peppers at the beginning of the growing season will tend to produce milder peppers, while an older plant nearing the end of the growing season is really going to kick up the heat. Some gardeners think that if you grow hot and mild peppers side by side, they'll all get hotter, but that's not entirely true. Cross-pollination doesn't affect the fruit flavor this year. It just means that fruit grown from the seeds from this year's crop next year are more likely to be hotter. So unless you're saving seeds, that's not going to make a difference. The heat difference in your current peppers is almost always due to environment, ripeness, or the age of the plant, not pollen. How you cook your peppers also changes the heat. Removing the pith will make them milder. Roasting your peppers can mellow the flavor and give you a little bit of sweetness. Drying your peppers can concentrate the heat. Fermenting peppers can smooth or deepen the burn. And don't forget, capsaicin is oil soluble. So if you're cutting peppers, don't forget to wear gloves. And be careful not to touch your eyes or anything else that's sensitive. Here are some quick tips for predictable heat. Choose stable, well-known varieties. Water consistently, but don't overdo it. Let your peppers fully ripen if you want more heat. Keep your plants in full sun. Taste one pepper before putting a bunch in your salsa. So if your peppers are hotter or milder than expected, it's not your imagination. It's a combination of nature, nurture, and timing. Have you ever bitten into a pepper that was spicier or milder than expected? Let me know down in the comment. I'd love to hear your spicy stories. Like and subscribe to get more gardening science. Hit the bell for weekly videos. All right, now we're at the end, and if you're still here, I've got a confession to make. That whole video, that script was written for me by ChatGPT. I was like, what's it like if AI writes a script about gardening? Because as you should know, and I'm gonna blow your mind if you don't know this, AI doesn't know about gardening. I did fact check everything in the video, so it is all true or true enough. There's no evidence against anything that showed up in the script. If you really enjoyed this style of video though, I've got to warn you that maybe you shouldn't be subscribed to my channel, because I honestly don't like the way it feels to let AI write my scripts. And it bugs the hell out of me. That was better than most of my videos. But it's not my vibe. This channel is about Dustin, not ChatGPT, and is about gardening, not a black box that has never seen a garden. But I think it does speak to a growing problem on YouTube, and that is that there is more and more AI content. And while AI content can be entertaining, it runs into a few problems. Not the least of which is the fact that AI has no idea what is true and what is false. So if somebody is producing AI content for you and they're not fact checking it, there's no way to know how useful that advice actually will be. I don't know how I feel about it. Thank you so much for joining me here in my garden today. I hope you have a wonderful time in your own.